yes, something's gotta give, oh yes. Hello there, vlog number 9. I hope this, I've been having some problem with memory cards. I keep on pressing the record button and then like 2 seconds later they stop recording. Because they've got lots of other, anyway, doesn't matter, boring. Look at me, look, I've got a lapel mic on and everything. How professional am I? I know, amazing. I should work in the media. I should be a news reporter for BBC. Not that I ever would though, because mainstream media is the devil. It's the devil's work. Hey guys. What am I saying? Oh yeah. So, I've been watching back my videos recently, and to be honest, I was like, geez, it's kind of boring. You know, I like the subjects I'm talking about, and I will always be interested in talking about those subjects, because that's just me, it's who I am. It'll just come out, it just will. But I've been realizing I haven't really been enjoying the way that I've been delivering them. I haven't really been enjoying the actual process of making videos, and I was just like, wow, this whole daily vlog thing is going to be over in a week. It's going to be like the week of vlogs that was once, that happened and will never be repeated again. And I know why. Well, I think I know why. And the video I actually enjoyed the most I made recently was the one where I was in my shed and I kind of just allowed myself to just be a bit more expressive, even though it came out a bit crazy and a bit strange and a bit all over the place. But I'm starting to realize that is actually a reflection of who I am deep down, and it has been the constant struggle of my life to try and fit myself in to a society and to a way of living, a way of behaving. And as an INFJ, you know, and having extroverted feeling as that auxiliary function, and just being so aware of other people's feelings and being so aware of the societal norms and stuff that we're supposed to live by, and trying to maintain that harmony by fitting in and knowing how to behave and act in certain situations, which is a power and a strength within itself. There comes a time when, if that is starting to really grate on your own unique personal expression, that can start causing problems. And I'm starting to realize that is actually what is being the underlying reason of a lot of my problems and neurosis. And after coming across some information recently, some very INFJ tailored information, as well as talking to some very interesting people, I'm starting to realize that what I've been searching for in the outside world, I'm never going to find it. I'm never going to find that missing piece of information, that big meaning that I'm trying to find. And I'm not even talking now, not even on, like, you know, deep spiritual terms or trying to find out enlightenment within myself. I think the thing that I just want to be able to do first and foremost is to enjoy living life as this persona and this character and this whatever I am, and enjoy it a bit more. And then we'll see where we go from there. But I think that's where you got to start. It's where I've got to start. And I would imagine for a vast majority of people out there as well, it's where, if they're honest with themselves, where they would like to start from too. But that means you gotta confront all those fears and all those scary things and all those, like, oh, why am I self-conscious? Why am I anxious? Why don't I go chase my dreams? Why don't I say what I think? Why can't I say these things in front of certain people? Because of all that fear, because of all those limiting beliefs, or because of all that shit that gets in your way. And also, sometimes, and I think especially for INFJs, trying to fit yourself in this mold of what society expects, a society that is largely has been built up to serve the majority, you know, and plays to the characteristics of who makes up the majority. Now, if you're an INFJ or any other type that is more in the minority, right there you've got a huge problem. And maybe for a long time you didn't really realize that, because you're like, oh, I need to fit in, I need to do what they say, I need to chase these things that are supposed to be important, that are supposed to make me happy. And at the end of the day, if you are someone who lives more in the abstract, or you enjoy dissecting the kind of the consciousness and deep things and all of that stuff and questioning everything, then trying to find your happiness out there in a world of structure and form and rules and regulations, and you're going to start kind of coming up against walls, you know? And I've started to discover this. The more that I try and search for some kind of answer to make me happy outside of myself, even doing things that I know I enjoy in respects of hobbies and stuff, even when I start taking them too seriously as a way to measure myself or whatever, it starts to feel empty. And the one thing that I need to pay more attention to, and I haven't, and I just woke up this morning and this just hit me, it was just like, believe in yourself. Just start believing in yourself more. Stop thinking you need to buy this next book or go on this workshop or do this or do that or earn X amount of money or figure out this purpose or this mission or whatever. All you have to do is just start believing in yourself. And even if that self, even if you're not even sure what that self is, doesn't matter. Like I'm trying to prove to you that the self can just be this fluid thing, and you can just enjoy playing with it and just enjoy bouncing ideas around and enjoy bouncing different kinds of expressions around and voices and faces and whatever, you know, and just, well, it's not going to be true for everyone, but I think that's what's true for me anyway. You know, I'm starting to realize that that's what I enjoy. For me, joy, real joy and real fun arises out of myself when I allow myself to behave in those ways, and I stop trying to be one particular person or chase something outside of myself. It's taken me a long time for this to start to sink in, but it's starting to become very real for me now. But I also know there's a hell of a lot of fear around that as well, and being able to maintain that in the outside world amongst real live other people and trying to maintain that authenticity, that's when it all starts to get pretty like, oh shit, you know, because there's all these horrible feelings you have to go through: anxiety, fear, nerves, self-consciousness, doubt, whatever it is that holds you or me or us back or whoever. This is like, you know, I'm not trying to put words into your mouth or think I know what I'm talking about to you. You know, I'm just kind of talking what I have experienced, and maybe other people might be able to take something from that. So where I'm going with this is basically that I've just coming to that realization that for me, life, enjoying life, has to come from me, and that means I have to start to be honest with myself about what it is I really want, you know, and what actually really makes me happy. And when I'm feeling happy is when I'm actually not being so serious about things, and when I'm not necessarily getting my head wrapped around figure out all these deep meanings. I love talking about it. I love and enjoy dissecting that. But when it comes to making videos and stuff, I was realizing that actually I'm not really enjoying just kind of having to turn on this camera and just talk about some stuff. Some of it's quite deep, and some of it's almost quite personal in a way. And to be honest, I would prefer just to like goof off. But like I say, things that will arise. Anyway, I'm getting bored of talking. Let's go look at something. Let's tilt this out a bit. I'm going to introduce you to someone who's quite old, but pretty cool. Hello, you. So, this is our cat. She's called Lucy, and she is 17 years old. You're getting old, aren't you? And she just turned up one day on our doorstep as like a 1-year-old kitten, and we went around and, you know, put flyers out and leaflets around the local area to see if anyone had lost a cat. And in that time, you lived in a cardboard box outside the back door, even when it was raining and the box was starting to collapse. And eventually, you know, no one claimed her, So we've had you ever since, haven't we? And now you're turning into a bit of an old lady. But she enjoys the sun, so that's all good. I mean, there was a time when she used to see this big ass tree. I can't be bothered to walk any further, so I should utilise this zoom function. She used to climb all the way up this tree, like literally to about where I am now, and then she'd sit there and it would be like, oh crap, is she stuck? Is she going to be able to get down? Are we going to call the fire brigade? So it's going to be one of those times. But she did get down, although it was pretty nuts. Like, look at it, it's freaking vertical. She just like crawled back down it. I was just like, what are you doing? You crazy feline. But there we go. Well, that's vlog 9 over. Who knows where vlog 10's gonna go. There are some potential things I might be doing soon that could really shake my life up, and I'm considering that it could be potentially a jump off point with taking you with me, and I have no plans or idea where it could go, but it could be quite an interesting creative process and an adventure. But I don't want to say, because I'm not completely sure myself yet, so I'm not going to let on. It'll be a surprise, but my god, if I do it, it'll be one hell of a surprise. So we shall see. That could be interesting. Anyway, whatever you're doing, I hope you're enjoying your day. And remember, believe in yourself, love yourself. You're the only person who can bring the joy into your life. Peace out.